Today we are going to be playing a mono blue deck built around artifacts. Now the centerpiece of this deck is going to be Forsaken Monument. And if you guys saw last week's mono black deck, you guys know that the Forsaken Monument is going to gain us a bunch of life. It's going to ramp us up and it's going to pump up any sort of colorless creatures we have on the battlefield. Now this deck offers a ton of really good colorless creatures on the battlefield. Things like Circuit Mender, Patchwork Automaton, as well as Myriad Construct. This deck also has a really cool top end with gitaxias, because not only is it going to counter our opponent's spells, it's also going to allow us to copy our artifacts as well as our instant and sorcery speed cards. Now we have some great sorcery speed cards like Invoke the Winds, which is going to copy and allow us to steal 2 of our opponent's creatures. We've also got blue, which means we got access to some really cool features like Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh, as well as the Mirror Shell Crab for some early game counter, as well as some late game power. But this deck is a lot of fun, guys. I think it's a little more competitive than the mono black list that we made before. So I know you guys are going to really enjoy this one today. But if you guys want a full deck breakdown and analysis, it will be at the end of today's video. And in the meantime, there's a link in the description for the full deck list below. And if you guys enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button as well as the like button, they go a very long way and it's a free way to help support the channel. And I'd greatly appreciate it. With that being said, enjoy the games, guys. We'll meet you back here at the end for some final thoughts. Peace. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video today. Today we are playing a blue artifacts list, a strictly mono blue artifacts. We did this, if you guys don't already know, we did this in black just last week, but you guys enjoyed that one so much I had to give this a try and see what we can do with it, because I was talking about it in that video. I think blue would be a really good candidate for this type of a deck as well. So that's what we're doing here today. We go second here with the automaton. Hopefully we get there. Okay, cool. We're not up against a super aggressive build, so it should be okay. Tezzeret going to be super helpful in this matchup too, because again, not a super aggro deck that we're up against, so love that. But yeah, guys, I know you guys really enjoyed that one, so we're going to do it again. Monument, just one of my favorite cards of all time. Couple of disclaimers though. I did just get home from vacation literally like an hour ago, so a little sleepy. Might make some misplays. In fact, I can almost guarantee we'll make some misplays. So just try to take it easy on me, because I'm sure I won't even notice when I do them. But today should be a lot of fun though. It really should. We got the monument early. We got, you know, a couple colorless lands, which means we got a lot of mana to work with. But they've already got a Lulth if they have it in hand, which would be really unfortunate, because okay, they're gonna eat a treasure here just to kill the automaton. I love that. Dude, the automaton does so well of like making people use resources they don't want to use. And I really, really like that. They get so scared of that card. They should be scared of it, but it takes a long time to build it up. It really does. All right, duress. Oh no, they're duressing. Hopefully they take Tezzeret and they don't see the value in Forsaken Monument. Well, I guess if they don't take the if they took the monument there, Tezzeret could hopefully find us another monument by drawing us a bunch of cards. But nice, we get another draw mechanic off the top. Love that. And we got a blocker all day for the 2/2 zombie here. I'm gonna go ahead and just pass the turn though, and not show my cards completely. They, you know, we're running blue. They might think we have an instant speed spell and get scared or something. I don't know. I doubt it. Nobody ever falls for bluffs in an arena. It's been a couple of times where I try to bluff something hardcore like a Wandering Emperor or whatever, and they just send it anyways. They always send it. Send it, send it. I like that mentality though. I'm all about that mentality. Send it. If you got it, send it. All right. Monument down. Love that. And now we got a 4/5, Mr. Krabs. So do we send in the Circuit Mender or not? I still think we continue playing defense until later in the game. I'm not sure. I think I have a better long game than them. That's why. I guess why not get aggressive? Might as well put some pressure on. They're at 18 life. We're at 21. Let's just make it happen. Make it happen. Put some pressure on. I don't see why not. I think it would have been a bad defensive play there, I think. Okay, we get to draw a card. That's the beauty of Circuit Mender. If you're gonna kill it, I get to draw a card, so joke's on you. Joke's on you, my friend. 3, 4, 5, 4. We got 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can actually see gate restoration here, which is pretty bonkers. Pretty bonkers because it's very cheap. Nice. And we get some more colorless mana, which means we get to draw some cards. Pass the turn. Man, look at our hand now. We are cruising. I told you we had a better late game than them. This is going to be good. Lolth is tricky to mess with, though. I need to find a Jin Gitaxias, or I need to find a... What else? A Jin Gitaxias would do the trick, or a Lithoform Engine. That way I could start copying my spells. That'd be great. But we got a monument down, and we got a bunch of circuit menders. Gaining life is not going to be an issue. Like, getting our life total back to where we would like it to be is not going to be a problem. All right, they're kind of doing some stuff here. Let's draw a card. I almost forgot. That would have been bad. That's the problem with when you make videos. And when you're talking out your plays and you're trying to be very descriptive to you guys so you guys know what the heck's going on, it does get a little tricky because then you start to talk and you're thinking about what you're going to say next and you forget about the plays you were about to make. So it gets a little bit frustrating sometimes, but it's all good. Circuit Mender, followed by Circuit Mender, followed by Bank Buster maybe? Or do we hold up just Counter Magic maybe with the Crab? Counter Magic could be pretty good. I mean, they've only got 4 mana and a treasure to work with here, so good chance it might be pretty good. And then we can also just draw a card if it ends up being something we don't cast. But if we don't cast it, good chance that, you know, would have been better to play the Bank Buster because we would have used up our mana more efficiently, but... See what they got here. We know they're running Blood on the Snow, so we do got to keep an eye out for that. Meat Hook Massacre shouldn't be able to keep up with us just because our creatures are going to be massive because of the monument. Yeah, that's a good counter. I'm glad I held it. I'm glad I held it. Not bad. All right, see what they don't. See what they want to do with this. I'd still attack with the 2/2 if I was them because it's going to get Lolth some loyalty. So I would imagine that's coming in. Yeah. They're trying to grow the Lolth, and I respect it. Did Lolth already trigger this turn? No, I think they did, right? Yeah, they did. All right, so they got 1 treasure to work with here. They're passing the turn. Love it. Okay, let's go. Let's make something happen here. Nice. We get the Lithoform Engine. Love that. Absolutely love that. Do we start building a Crawling Barrens here, maybe? Good chance that might be the play. Let's go here. Maybe we just double the effects of that. Let's get 2. Let's get 2 cards. Would be so good if we get a Tezzeret now, though, because Tezzeret would make everything so much cheaper. And we get Invoke the Winds. Now that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a card and a half. Let's go. And they scoop. Yeah, because we doubled up on our Bank Buster's effect that turn, they actually it actually populated us 2 humans and then 2 little treasures, which is pretty awesome. This deck kind of pops off in the late game, I'm not gonna lie. They didn't even give us a chance here to play our Invoke the Winds, and then we could play you know, the Lithoform Engine to copy it, and we could steal, you know, 2 of their spiders maybe. Nothing great to steal on this end for creatures, but would have been still pretty cool to get that off. But GG's. What a first game. Not a bad first game at all. Just gonna take it slow now. We got a good start to the video. I don't want to ruin it. Don't want to have to re-record if I do something silly. So no misplays. No misplays. We gotta get these 5 games, no misplays, and take it slow because we don't want to rush. I've in play testing this deck, I definitely made a few misplays here and there. So I'm trying to work out the kinks here. We get to go first. Oh man, if I get a blue source, this could be so good. If I don't get a blue source, this could be so bad. Man. Gosh darn it. Not like this. All right, that's better. You know what? I think we can go this route because the Bank Buster might be able to find us some more lands here. That was tough. A double mulligan going first. That first hand looks so good. I just could not risk it, man. You risk it with the arena. If you risk it with the arena client on lands, you're never gonna get them. It just will not happen. I mean, it will. It just very, very rarely. Very rarely. All right, let's get this down so we can keep the mana flowing here. Lithoform Engine will be nice, but we're up against a really bad matchup here, guys. I did run into this during playtesting as well. Angels and Clerics are going to be very, very tough for us, especially because they got Giada down on turn 1 or turn 2. Giada is a very, very difficult card to beat. The fact that they attack from the air, which is really annoying, but also, you know, not having removal in this deck is kind of frustrating. I think I'm going to draw a card here. I think I want to draw it so we could try to hit a land again. I don't know. This is tough, man. This is tough. I can slow them down and reset them a little bit by copying the Fading Hope. So that's kind of why we went that route, but I'm just a little bit afraid that we're going to be so far behind by this next turn. It's not even going to be funny because they're going to drop a Valkyrie here. I can almost guarantee it. They've done a really good job of just really unloading their hand here. Not the Valkyrie I was thinking, but you know what? They're probably playing that one so the next Valkyrie gets a little bit bigger of a pump. Okay. That's a problem. That card is what we would classify as a problem. All right, we're down to 10. Not looking good. I don't imagine we're going to win this game. I'm just going to finish it out though and see what we can do. All right, we hit a land, which kind of helpful. We play this and then we cannot copy it unless we... Okay, well, that'll do it. That'll do it. We're going to copy Fading Hope's the best play we've got. And then 1, 2, 3, and then Fading Hope. And then we have, yeah, 1 mana shy of being able to do what we need to do, which is to draw a card with the Bankbuster. And there is the Righteous Valkyrie, which is going to be a 7/9. Brutal. Yeah, once Giada's down, man, it's over. It's just not a good matchup for us, period. We do okay against some creature builds, but not Angels. Angels is just too much. And then all of this is already on the stack, so good games. You and you. And let's see, they do they have lethal here? Monument's sweet, but if we play it, then we just get attacked and we die. There's nothing in our deck that saves us. That's why I'm not like, yeah, we're dead. Okay. All right, we had to play it through just to see what was up, but yeah, not a good matchup, guys. I will be completely honest. Angels, I don't think we win that match. But we have good matchups, so like I've beaten Boros a handful of times. I know aggro, we're not completely dead in the water against. Angels just feels like we are. GG. All right, game number 3. Let's see what we got. Hopefully not going with 2 mulligans into an angel deck. That'd be great, and then we'll be all right. All right, Bankbusters, and we got mana here as well, so this should be fine. Invoke the winds, hopefully, to get us back into the game. If we get a little bit behind here, we can keep though. Let's go. Easy keep here. Going second, and it's an Izzet deck. Okay, this should be interesting. This should be a battle here. Let's see what kind of Izzet deck they are, though. Let's hope they're not the lame Izzet deck that plays infinite on Goldspan. Gosh, I know I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Can't stand that deck. Jawari Disruption? I'm gonna say maybe on the patchwork, it's probably a pretty darn good Jawari, but glad they didn't have it. What's the priority hold though? Is it Fading Hope? Is it Spikefield Hazard? Either way, they can't hit this because it's got 2 wards, so maybe they let it resolve thinking they were gonna Spikefield Hazard it and then they read it after the fact. Could be a little slip up on our opponent's part. They had Jawari Disruption. Okay, so they did not use it. Okay. So do we risk the Bankbusters longevity from a Jawari, or do we... I don't know. I think I'm going to try to play a Bank Buster here, but obviously I know the automaton would go up to a 2/2, but I was just kind of checking for priority holds there, and there's a couple. So removal is really what's setting that out. I don't know, man. Do we risk it on a Jawari or not? I just don't know. I think because they played Jawari down as a land here, I can't imagine them having a second one in hand. I like my odds of them not having one. Doesn't mean they don't have one. No, of course they could definitely have one, but most people, okay, they do. Most people don't run a full package play set of Jawari disruptions. You know what I'm saying? They usually run about 2. And so for them to have 2 in hand was pretty unlikely, but they still had it. So should have paid 3 for that. I would have avoided a lot of the problems, but I don't know why I have a problem with dealing myself damage for land. I don't know why. I should have just taken the 3. It's like you know the play they're gonna make. You make a really big brain move, like, okay, I got a good read on this person, and then you still don't play around it when you have the opportunity. Still more counter magic. That's crazy. It's either that or it's still removal. I mean, they could still have some removal here to use. Okay. Do we go with the second automaton and just go for the beatdown play? I mean, they're showing us green now. Teamer typically means they will be running creatures at some point in this game. Is it land destruction? Who knows? I just don't know what to expect here. I'm gonna go for card draw. I think hitting land drops is just fine here, making sure we get to keep curving out to our invoke the wilds, the winds, because, you know, like I said, if there is a creature, it's probably going to be some sort of big ramp style creature, and we could steal it, and that'd be really helpful to winning the game, I'm sure. I don't know. I'm a little bummed at myself for making that misplay of not bringing my land in and paying the 3 life the way I should have. Dragon's Fire, okay. So they're paying the 4 total to kill this, and we just draw a card then, and then look to Tezzeret this turn. Dragon's Fire deals 3 damage. We missed the land drop, so hopefully this will get us there. Hopefully this will get us the land drop. Nice, we can drop 1 Circuit Mender here. And oh, I forgot this is cheaper now. I was like, why is this triggering? Okay, nice. We actually get it for free. I forgot. Beautiful. Tezzeret's passive ability. It's we haven't actually hit that combo yet where we had a Tezzeret down with the Bank Buster, but man, what a combo it is. I did that before a long time ago. We played Tezzeret with the Bank Buster. I forgot that it had the ability to give us free cards there, so that's really, really nice. Really, really nice. All right. Our land is beautiful. I am going to go for the Tezzeret draw again. I think drawing cards is totally fine here. I think it's the move. Monument. All right. Another Circuit Mender. Even though it's value, I think we just get rid of it here. Monument comes down, and then we'd have 2 mana left over. As long as we do it like this, of course. All right, Monument comes down. We're left with 2 mana left over, which means we can get down an Automaton. And we had to do it in that order because the Forsaken Monument turns our colorless mana into additional mana. So if we would have played the Automaton, we wouldn't have had enough to play out the Monument. So gonna have to do it that way. And then we'll do this, which will get us another blocker as well. Get some treasure. Fading Hope. Oh, Fading Hope's not bad. We have the treasure to use it. So, I mean, maybe it'll come in handy down the road. We'll see. I could bounce the tracker, but the tracker's going to get him another clue token, which doesn't feel amazing, but it's nice to have the option. And then I can alt this next turn, which is going to be wild. I really hope we can alt Tezzeret. That'd be sweet. Okay, kind of strange. Kind of a strange move there, I guess, because they want to try to run over the Automaton and kill Tezzeret that way. They should have just dealt the damage straight to Tezzeret because it's going to alt, and once it does, I don't think they can come back from that. I do not think there's a shot for our opponent from there. I mean, we got the Monument down though, guys. Like, Monument's down. All right, they have another surge. Okay, keeping Tezzeret down. Fair enough. Well played. You can't attack into us. We love that. All right, we're gonna pop off here. Let's go. Time to pop off. Let's go with look for some lands here. Let's look for some lands. We got the lands. Gosh, I don't want to throw this away, but I feel like it's okay to throw it away. And then we'll go here. Get some more mana. Life gain, mana, all that jazz. Lithoform engine. Life gain, all that jazz. Now we're looking to copy all of our spells if we get the opportunity. We'll go with the Reckoning Bankbuster, which will have its free card draw mechanic, which we can then copy with the Lithoform engine. So we'll get 2 cards instead of the 1. But I am gonna hold up the Fading Hope just in case. So we'll wait to do the card draw with the Bankbuster until their turn. How do we handle this though? Because like we could attack in here obviously and put some pressure on them, but I kind of want to protect Tezzeret because I'm greedy and I would like to go for the ult if possible. But dealing 6 damage to them, putting them to 10 seems like a pretty good idea too. I think I'm going to be the greedy player today. I'm not going to attack here, even though the argument I think is to attack in. Opponent does have some obviously instant speed magic here. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, yeah, we let it happen. We let it happen. It is what it is. I don't think there's a way around this. So it looks like we might need to hit a Fading Hope here. Or we could just replay the auto. They did that on the wrong spot. Yeah, they did that on the wrong spot of the turn. I don't know why. I thought that was the end step there because they played that card, but no, they played it at the wrong time. All right, end our turn and say go. Still Fading Hope available, which is nice. Iteration, sure. Some card advantage. I'm waiting to see what their big move is because we know with them running green and mostly Izzet, I don't know. There's got to be something big coming at the end. I just figured with the Teamer, you got to be land destruction at the like at this point in the meta. Whenever I see Teamer, it's almost always land destruction. So it's kind of weird to see that it's not. All right, we'll send you back because I don't want you to hit Tezzeret. Tezzeret needs to stay. Crawling Barrens is fine. That's a lot of extra mana and it's a win con. Let's go ahead and draw it. Wait, what's going on? Hold on. What did I miss there? Did I screw something up there? I think I screwed something up. Whatever. What do we do? What do we do? Crawling Baron. Let's draw cards. Let's start there. It's a good place to start. I kind of want to play Circuit Mender out here in this particular instance. So let's decline. Let's send you... Actually, I don't think Fading Hope's that important anymore either. Let's send both of these away. And then we will play Circuit Mender and draw some cards. Let's double the effects of the card draw so we can get 2. We need 2 cards here. I need to look for the Jin Gitaxias and more Invoke the Winds. I need them to play something though. That's the big thing. I need them to play something out. We can venture into the dungeon too later if we want. We just tapped it for mana, but we can do that later. I think what I'm going to do though this turn is just look to maybe bounce something or just, you know, build up the Crawling Barrens huge. Either way, we got a Tezzeret at 6 loyalty again. So looking to alt it as well. Oh, you're kidding me. That deals 4 to each. All right, and nothing dies. That's pretty crazy. But Tezzeret back down to 2. Ouch. Annoying. Pretty cool card though. Love the Battle Frost and Fire. Such a cool card. I should make another deck with Battle Frost and Fire. Maybe we go revisit the Reconstruct History deck. That was fun. That was a long time ago. So maybe we got to go touch back up on that. That's fine. Let's draw a card here. Draw a card and then they pass over. So let's go here. Decline. Do it again. Let's go. Let's go. Decline. Another Crawling Barrens. More card draw. We could drop the Forsaken Monument. That's an easy choice there. Nice. We get the Construct. Oh, this could be... Oh, this is game. Construct for game. Let's go. Watch this. This is going to be sick. So Construct comes in. It's a 12-12. And, yeah, I mean, let's just draw a card. And that will do it for the turn. All right, we win the game. So the reason I'm saying we win the game is because we have Fading Hope in hand. So no matter what happens really here with the Myriad Construct, unless they're running Farewell and they drop somehow 2 white sources on this turn, the only way they can deal with the Myriad Construct is through some sort of non-targeting exile plan. Because other than that, I mean, I guess they could sweep the board too, sweep the board for more than 3. But even if they sweep the board for more than 3, it doesn't kill the Construct. Yeah, so really Farewell is the only thing that avoids this. But basically what I'm going to try to do, now that I've talked a million miles an hour, I'm going to play Fading Hope on my Myriad Construct, creating 12 3/3s, and we're going to smash their face. That's the plan. That is the plan, man. I got to imagine we're not even going to get to do the plan, really. They're going to concede as soon as they see the constructs hit the field, just like so. All right, that's gotta be game, I would imagine. See a little scoopsy doopsy here. Yep, there it is. No one really ever lets us swing in fully with the constructs, and I don't blame them, because it's nothing you can do about that when you got 12 3/3s coming at your face out of nowhere, and then they don't even know we had this. I was waiting for them to play something we could steal. That could have gotten really silly quickly, but that was kind of a beatdown, if I'm being honest. We never didn't have that, so GG. All right, a very solid game. Sorry, my voice just went crazy there. A very solid game there. I'm very happy with the outcome of that one. We got the constructs out, which was really nice. Now let's see if we can finish with like a crazy Invoke the Winds play here. I get to go first. I can keep this hand only because I'm going first. Nothing till turn 3 is not great on turn 2, but turn 1, you go first. That seems like okay-ish. That's not good though. That scale's pretty high. I mean, we do have the Invoke the Wind though, so it's like maybe we want it to get bigger. Maybe we want them to invest heavily into that said creature. We also have ways to bounce, which is great, but really I'm more focused on getting to this, which I need the blue mana for that. But let's go dungeon map. Maybe we'll want to get some ventures into the dungeon this game. Also, if we top deck a monument, it'll be nice to have the dungeon already down. No plays from our opponent here. That's kind of a big deal. Mr. Land Drop? Okay, well that's not good for them. They're in a tight spot now. I have 3 mana. I can counter something, or I could play the Mender. I'm gonna go and counter. I'm gonna look to counter here. They find their land, but it's one of those sick joke type of lands where it comes in tapped. All right. I mean, we gotta 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. We can play the crab already at 5/7 ward 3. That seems pretty awesome. I was gonna go to the dungeon, but I think a 5/7 body with ward 3 seems pretty sweet. We got a little lucky here. They were off to a very slow start, but they recovered pretty fast though. We'll see. This game's definitely not over yet. If I get a monument, I'm in really good shape because we got so much additional mana to work with here, and then so much life gain as well. So a monument would be phenomenal. All right, let's go find some more blue mana because I really need to get this Winds off so I can get the Kami out of their hands here. Okay. Lithoform Engine to copy the Winds seems like a pretty messed up play. Let's go and let's shoot for that. Let's shoot for that. All right, no attacks. Still play defensively. Once this gets big enough and we steal it, then we'll look to attack. Again, Lithoform Engine about to come down. Being able to steal twice would be pretty prime. They still can't attack though. They still can't attack. This is going to be a really interesting, tough game here. All right, we need to find a blue source though so we can get this Invoke the Winds off. Nice. Decline. All right, let's do this. And a little venture action seems fine. And we still have 2 mana. Let's go, double down. So we're gonna venture twice here. Let's see. Mad Mage will give us a scry and a life gain. This will give us a treasure token, and the treasure token could be useful, but I think not that important. You know, I am gonna go for the middle one though. I am gonna go for the middle one. It's a little bit faster value. Automaton seems cool, but I'm looking for the monument actually. Looking for the monument. All right, no attacks. We can ult the Tezzeret this turn if we're willing to block with both our creatures, but they will kill the crab. Now, is that the end of the world? Probably not. When we're talking about ulting a Tezzeret, Tezzeret's ult is wild, so might be worth doing, but they're gonna take the Circuit Mender. Great. That means that they can attack through this crab no problem to kill the Tezzeret, or I have to give up the crab, and I still don't ult the Tezzeret. None of that sounds very good. And they get a Machiko down. Okay, well now things are going about as perfectly as it can go for our opponent, which you hate to see. You hate to see. Yeah, Tezzeret's dead. There's no shot I could even block this. All right, cool. That makes my decisions a lot easier. We went from ulting Tezzeret to losing Tezzeret in an instant. All right, doesn't matter though. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're copying this bad boy. This is gonna be sweet. What do we steal though? Obviously we steal that. I'm just saying, what do we steal? Because these 4/4s is pretty annoying. All right, let's go for it. Let's go here. Let's go here. And then let's attack in now. Let's get aggressive. We're gonna need to try to close this game out now. So let's get in there and let's see what we can do. All right, we take out their visitor, which actually is a really good thing because that thing was stacking 1/1 counter. So it's good to get that out of the way. Good to get that out of the way. And then if we could just clear the lane here with this last invoke, I mean, we're gonna be good. But it's gonna be tricky now that they got the Hollowed Haunting down, so they're just gonna keep getting bodies to block with. The good news is though, they're gonna need to use them to block, otherwise we're gonna just run them over. So you know what I'm saying? Choo choo, you know? Choo choo, the train is coming. All right, these spirits are power and toughness equal to the number of spirits you control. This is a spirit, this is not. Man, they're still probably smart to just take these, take 2 of them. I'd say that's still the best creatures we it's sad that we have to steal 2 tokens here. That's the thing, is I don't want to steal 2 tokens. It's not exactly the best plays we can make, but it's all we can really do at the moment. And then we'll play the automaton down, get this going a little bit. These attack in. It's a lot of damage. They're looking to maybe block or not and take 10. I mean, 10 is a lot. All right, they're on the clock. This is it right here. Big play for our opponent. They their Machiko goes away, but they could play another one. It'd be really sad, but I'm hoping that's not the case. We should be wide enough that we should be able to get through here, but I like this because there's no enchantment so far coming down this turn, which means no Hollowed Haunting triggers, and we just drew the nuts. All right, cool. This is the nuts because we go here, copy, and here. All right, both of those are gone. Don't need that either. Let's just get a little extra damage in here. I'm pretty sure the math adds up here, but just in case it doesn't check out. I didn't even do the math here. If I don't have lethal here, I'll be shocked and I'll be pretty embarrassed, but I'm pretty sure it's good to go because 10 gets through with trample, so they're not going to be able to barely even stop that with the amount of toughness they have out there, and the rest of it should trickle in for more than enough lethal. So I just don't feel like doing the math. Let's be real. No one does. No one likes to do math. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 getting through right now based on this block. Four, 5, 6, 7. They can block 8 essentially. Okay, for 1 second there, I got a little nervous. For 1 second, I got a little nervous. I started to count it. I was like, wait a minute. All right, cool. Glad we got that through. GG's. GG. All right, one last game for the road, and we'll call it there. And we'll go ahead and do a full deck breakdown for you guys. Thanks for sticking around me, though. I appreciate you so much for that. Let's see. Okay, this person's on their road to Mythic right now. So if we derail them with this thing, they're not going to be very happy. Which is exactly what I want to do. So, all right. Bankbuster should be able to get us out of this problem of no mana. But it's not the spot I want to be in, if I'm being honest. Let's hope we find that third land so we could just go Bankbuster into the map. All right, that's annoying. That means we're up against Boros, and Boros is tough to beat. We've beaten him before in playtesting, but I think we're like 2 out of 4 though, because that's pretty much all we run into is freaking Boros, man. All right, well, we're lacking in the blue department for this card here. I need to find that pretty quickly. Mender's nice though. It's a really great blocker for the adversary, and it gains me a bit of life, so gotta be pretty happy with that in my hand. This is the kind of matchup you want that card. Crawling Baron. Circuit Mender. Gain that 2 life. Pretty big. Now they're going to get some 1/1 counters going on something, though. Hopefully with nothing with haste. Obviously, it's probably going to be something with haste. It always is. Oh, Brutal Cathar. I still get the card, though, which is kind of cool because I could potentially get the Circuit Mender back, too. And if I do, I get to gain more life. This could be pretty sweet. It's actually going to be a really good turn. So to keep this from transforming, we're going to play a card here. I'm going to play the dungeon map because I want to ramp here. I need a ramp to my crab. I think will be good. And then what we're going to do is pass the turn, and we're going to actually Fading Hope the Brutal Cathar to gain more life and take out one of these adversaries. Should be a little nice little ambush block there. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. This is gonna be a tough win here, but if we could pull this out, I mean, this is a top tier meta deck that we're going up against here, and we're gaining life on the entry here, which is gonna be super fantastic. And more mana is not a bad thing, but it's not blue. I think we could do better, man. I think we could do better. There's the life gain. And then we block here. There's an argument to be said that we could block Kumano, and then it might be a better block because we might end up bouncing something later, and we don't want to bounce a Kumano, but I don't know. Not too sure. If Brutal Cathar comes in again, we get another card. I mean, that's something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice, we need that. Fading. Yes. Okay, we're gonna do a little rinse repeat action here, dude. We're gonna win this game. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna go with another dungeon map. Little dungeon map. Oh no, that was wrong. That was wrong. I should have went automaton first into dungeon map. I didn't realize I had enough mana for both. Okay, well, automaton could have been a 2/2, so keep that in mind. Slight mistake there, and then we'll go ahead and rinse repeat the same sort of play. Fading Hope, boom, get back our Circuit Mender, gain some more life, kill something with the block. Hopefully they put the 1/1 counter on the Brutal Cathar. That would be sweet. Please do. Actually, the automation would have been a 3/3 because the Circuit Mender coming back into play would have been great. Darn it. We could have been able to make a really good block here. Could have blown out their whole game, honestly. I screwed up. It's a good card, but it's not a blue source. I need a blue source so bad to play it. I can't keep it. I can't keep it. Darn it. Oh, the automaton. Oh, I didn't actually cast a Circuit Mender, so it doesn't actually grow. So it would have been a 2/2 though, and I could have made a good block against the adversary. Still kind of blowing him out here. I could have also crewed the Bankbuster there, taken that hit, but the Bankbuster would have died in place. I don't know what would have been the better play there, to be honest, but I think a simple Invoke the Winds here should seal it up pretty good for us. Nice. It's not exactly nice, but it's nice enough. All right, and pass the turn. Good enough. I don't like this 100% because they're going to Brutal Cathar something, which you hate to see. And I could always venture into dungeon and gain a bit of life too, but yeah, we're not out of the woods. I don't think I'm playing the ending of this game super clean. I could have done things slightly different. maximized the way I did things, but it's fine as long as we make some good top decks here. We did throw away and invoke the winds though, which I really would have liked to have had. They Cathar their own Luminarch, which is tough because if we Fading Hope this, they now get the Luminarch back in their possession, which we don't want. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. I think we go Crab though. I think we go Crab and then we draw a card. Let's go ahead and wait to see if we want to crew in place of the Patchwork Automaton though. We might want to. I just don't want to lose the Bank Buster to a burn spell over the Patchwork. I just don't know. Good news is there's no way they can attack into us unless they have burn spells. So that'll at least tell us a lot if they do decide to attack in prior to casting any sort of spells. Sorry about that. He should stop in a second. I think somebody maybe knocked on our door. All right. Come on, Marshall. You're killing the vibes here, man. All right, my turn. Nice. We get to draw a card. We're down to 7 though. That's a very scary place to be if you're talking about you know, an opponent running burn. Burn is a scary thing. All right, we're gonna go Construct. They only have 1, 2. Oh, they have 2 non-basic lands. It might be worth kicking here. I don't think it's worth it. I think we just go for the 4. We go for the 4. Maybe venture into the dungeon. Scry 1. You know, scrying seems actually like a really good idea right about now. I could use a good scry. Let's go scry. Lithoform Engine is so good, but I need car. Well, if I draw this, and I might top deck something good. I'm gonna keep it on top, man. I'm gonna keep it on top and then draw with the Bank Buster. Pass the turn. Still got to play super defensively. I can't be reckless and swing in here. Swing in and then just get ran over. Not smart. All right, they're going to go for an attack here, which is pretty ballsy. Let's see how this turns out for them. All right, if I do this, I get a crew guy, a little 1/1. Not that I'm going to probably end up using him, but might be worth it. All right, let's take a look here and see what we can do. So we kill you, and we take 2, 4, 5. We take 5, or do we block? We probably block here, and then we take 3. That seems fine. That puts us at 4. Am I right? Yeah, we're at 4. So good chance that our opponent here is able to burn us out soon. So we gotta find a monument, man. It's kind of a monument or bust situation here. Let's go here. Automaton. And then copy the automaton. Or we, you know, let's copy the... Oh, I was gonna copy the automaton, but you know, we're gonna copy the dungeon trigger, I think. All right, let's do that. Let's copy the dungeon trigger. If we do this dungeon, we have enough to copy. Auto pay. Gain 1 life, they lose 1 life. Could be very relevant. Let's go ahead and do that. And then next time we draw a card. All right, we're getting some triggers now with the dungeons, which I can really appreciate. All right, they do have the Luminarch back though, which I don't like. I'm telling you guys, if we had the monument at any point in this game would have already been over. We would have dominated, but we just haven't found a monument yet. So just digging right now. Digging and digging. I wonder if they still try to go wide here. I doubt it. I mean, they've only got 1 attacker that's going to get through. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, let's I guess we just rinse repeat the dungeon, because we get to draw a card this turn. So let's double down on this. Draw a card, see what we hit. Nice, that's a good card. And I'm actually gonna go here because I want the life gain. And I'm gonna just do it again. And then we still have Fading Hope. Yeah, that's totally fine. Land is not necessary. Fading Hope is so good, man. Okay, let's just pass the turn now, and then we can either bounce something like the Cavalier. I was like, why did it turn to nighttime? I did so many interactions there, but I didn't actually cast a single card, which is not good. I just realized. All right, so it did turn to nighttime. It's all good. So what I think I'm going to do here is actually play the Fading Hope on the Construct. Looks like they have some sort of burn spell here. They have some sort of burn spell. What a game this is turning out to be, huh? Boros is tough, man. Boros is in a really good spot. I like Boros a lot, but I don't like playing against it just because I've seen it so much lately. Like, so much. It's crazy that we've already completed a dungeon and we're going on a second one already. That's kind of cool. Lithoform engine. Sure, you can blow that up. I need to do something about that Hopeful Initiate. That's tough. It's going to be able to blow up a lot of our stuff here. I wonder how they think they're going to do this next play. I wonder if they're going to go wide and maybe our constructs throw them off. No, they don't go wide. All right. Another construct. Interesting. That's interesting, but I really need to draw some cards here, man. All right, we can. I think we're gonna dungeon up. Dungeon up. All right, dungeon up again. Scry 2 seems pretty solid. Bank Buster. I'll take the Bank Buster because the Bank Buster can draw us cards. And then we go here and we have enough mana to Fading Hope something. Seems good enough for me. Seems plenty good enough for me. At some point, we're going to need to be able to attack here, but we're just waiting, guys. I'm telling you, once we start gaining the life off of a monument or something like that, of that nature, like, we're going to be fine. It's just a matter of time. We're just grinding it out right now. We're in the trenches. Currently, we're in the trenches. I mean, hopefully they target the Myriad. That would be funny. If they target the Myriad, it just scatters out. I don't think not with the Initiate, though. Only with the spell. They are looking to blow up the Patchwork Automaton, though. They're going to pay the 2 ward costs, and they're going to eat the 2 1/1 counters. And that's fine. Make them pay the 2 ward costs. And then... do we let that happen, though? Or do we bounce our own Automaton back to our hand? I think I let it happen. I don't think I'm really too concerned about the Automaton. It's going to take a long time to get to that size again. So I think we're just going to do it like this. What's the move here? We get to create 2 skeleton tokens, which would be nice. Scry, and then get a free card potentially. Might complete 2 dungeons here, man. This might be a dungeon game. I don't know what to do though, man. This Hopeful Initiate is just blowing up my spot. All right, we're going here. Automaton grows. Crew. Not crew. Draw a card. What am I saying? Draw a card. Why are they using up all of my blue lands? That's not smart. All right, venture. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can. Okay, let's do this. Gosh darn it! Are you kidding me? 2 lands. You know what though? I got them off the top of my deck. I suppose that's fine. All right, we're gonna scry 2 here, or 3. Scry 3, nice. And then next turn. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. All right. Monument. Jin Gitaxias. This is good. Now we start to really look to run away with the game if we can make it through this next turn. God, I hope we make it through this next turn. All right. All right. Let's see. Drum roll, please. I mean, the good news is they're just eating up all their 1/1 counters, which is really slowing down their progression on power. but they're trying to go super wide, clearly trying to widen up their board here a bit. All right, not a problem because we Fading Hope our own construct here. All right, yeah, I think Fading Hope the construct seems fine. We get 4 more blockers. And we look to see if we can chump block here. Protect the life total, man. That's the name of the game. Protect the life total. I'm telling you, this guy hits. We're good. Monument comes down next turn. We get to dungeon map. And then we get to free the free gitaxias. And we're going to just be gaining life every play from there on out. How many Fading Hopes have we hit, though? Gosh darn it. How many Fading Hopes have we hit? I'm not trying to click that. I'm trying to click this. All right, 2 Fading Hopes. All right, that's fine. And then they blow up our guy here. Oh, I should have crewed. I was so focused on... Ah, shoot. I should have crewed there. That was not smart. Oh, brother. Okay, we're going to lose more construct tokens than I would have liked. I should have crewed the Bank Buster there. That was a bit of a mistake. Okay, those gotta go. We take 3. There's no way on this turn they can play a Royal Eruption and kill us, so this should be fine. This should be fine. It takes care of all of the problems we've been having with the Hopeful Initiate, which is blowing up all of our artifacts. This should have been a lot smoother, but I didn't crew. Unfortunately, I made the pretty big mistake there by not crewing. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Monument. And then we go here. But I need to make sure I have a blue okay, so the treasure's still out there. I need a blue for gitaxias, but I don't think we're going to need it because we're going to play it for free essentially here. But let's gain some life. Let's go here. Gitaxias comes in for free. And then we get Automaton. Now we win the game. This is all I was looking for here. This is it. This is all I needed. Double Automaton thanks to gitaxias. Then we get the Circuit Mender. Boom, Circuit Mender comes in. That's a ton of life gain. And that's game. Holy cow, man. We just needed the Monument. That's all we needed. We just needed the Monument. Was that so much to ask for? Geez, that game should not have taken that long. Oh, man. And that will conclude today's gameplay portion of the video. Thank you guys so much if you've made it this far into the video. We are going to break this deck down in full, but before I do that, just want to give you guys a big thank you, because if you did make it this far, it helps with the YouTube algorithm a lot, and the support means the world to me. So thank you so very much for making it this far, and I'm glad you enjoyed the video enough to do so. That being said, let's give the deck a look here and show you guys just how we kind of built this thing. So I wanted to build another Forsaken Monument deck in blue, so that is kind of where we started things off here today, just like we did with the mono black deck we did last week. I really like the way the Monument plus the Invoked Despair in the black deck worked, especially with Lithoform Engine. So we kind of had the same idea kind of going into this one. So we had a really rough sketch here of what we wanted to do. We kind of knew we needed all of the colorless creatures we had in the previous deck, because unfortunately, when you look up artifacts and you type in creatures, there's not a whole lot of colorless creatures you can get a big advantage out of. Unfortunately, there are some, but there's just not a lot of options for you to choose from. So this deck is going to look very similar to the mono black deck in that regard. That part of the game plan is going to look the same. We got Patchwork Automaton, Circuit Mender, Construct. And I think the Construct works really well here too, because we can play things like the Fading Hope, and the Fading Hope allows us to not only slow our opponent down by bouncing their things, but also it's going to allow us to target our own Myriad Construct to spit out those Construct tokens, which we found a lot of success in the mono black deck by spitting out huge amounts of constructs. And we were able to do it today, of course, and with the Monument out on the battlefield, these things become 3/3s, which is really wild. So that's kind of the game plan here with the Fading Hope. I thought that would be a really good addition. And then it works really well with the Lithoform Engine. Unlike the the mono black deck where we were using the the Rebirth, we couldn't copy that and get value out of it, but we can get value out of the Fading Hope, which is pretty awesome. We also added a little bit of spice with the dungeon map. I wanted to add this in here. It's a little jankier. You could obviously throw something much better in this spot, you know, maybe even like an elixir or something like that, but I didn't want this deck to be super close to the previous one, so I had to mix it up a little bit. So we threw in the dungeon map, and we were able to find our way through a couple of dungeons today, and that was a lot of fun, man. That actually saved the day in you know, the last game there. But of course we had Bank Buster. Bank Buster has to make an appearance in this deck because it's the best way to get card advantage. So really the blue cards are the ones you're looking at here. These blue cards are the really big changes to the deck, and really the only changes to the deck aside from dungeon map. But I think it makes all the difference in the world because Mono Black's looking to do something completely different. Plus our top end with the Jin Gitaxias, I think is a much better win con than just hoping for a big Invoke Despair or a Myriad Construct, you know, explosion of creatures. This at least opens the door to other opportunities. It opens the door to copying all of our things for more value. You know, it completely shuts down our opponent's decks in some cases if they're running a lot of instant sorcery speed cards. So Jin Gitaxias, a much better win con, I think, and why blue really is shining a little bit more than the mono black deck. Obviously Invoke the Winds, super powerful as well. This obviously needs you know, targets in order to be really good, but I still think it's a really good card, especially if you pair it with Jin Gitaxias and you're copying it, or Lithoform Engine. Stealing multiple creatures can really swing a game instantly over to your side. And we just saw how good Tezzeret can actually be in this deck, you know, drawing a bunch of cards, but also, you know, the first activated ability of an artifact, you know, you're paying 2 less for it. So you know, we get to you know, get essentially free Bank Buster triggers, which is pretty awesome. I forgot why we didn't get that one trigger off. I think it was because it wasn't the second it was like the second time we were trying to trigger an artifact ability. But anyways, Tezzeret, really good in that regard, paired with Bank Buster, pretty awesome. And also it makes Lithoform Engine a lot cheaper too, so this is really good card for the deck. I think it was a nice little splash of 2. And if you ever want to try to go wide and end the game, you can always -2 on this thing, you know, make your monument a creature and then swing in for a 6/6 monument as well. And then also the, you know, the alt on this thing basically ends a game, which we only need 2 turns to get there, which is pretty awesome. And I think the crab was also a really nice touch because it also pumps up your Patchwork Automaton, and at the same time, you know, countering something is always, you know, it's always, what's the word I'm looking for, invaluable. It's like, it's so important. And then we were able to use Seagate Restoration a little bit today. That was pretty fun. I think the mana base is pretty simple. We can always go a little bit bigger with the mana base, maybe add a couple Hall of the Storm Giants, but I thought maybe the Crawling Barons would just play the part of the Hall of the Storm Giants a little bit better. But ultimately, the deck was pretty cool. I really think it was a lot of fun. You know, we worked our way up to Diamond Tier 3, which is pretty cool, and had some pretty good wins with this thing, man. But we've got it right now in Artifact Filters, but I don't have a whole lot to say as far as things I would change to this thing. I did just get back from a vacation, so I didn't get a whole lot of time to scrounge this deck together for you guys. But I've had this idea since last week, so I've been kind of pondering on it and how it'd work out. But I did enjoy it a lot. But if you guys look through, you know, obviously you can make this deck anything you want it to be. There's a million things you can do with this thing. You can make it a vehicle deck and, you know, crew up vehicles, but I did that before. We did a mono blue or like an Azorius artifact build where we did, you know, focus strictly on vehicles and crewing things up. That is something you can do, but ultimately, man, I think I like the way it's built, the way it's feeling right now. We did try out, you know, the Blackstaff Waterdeep and try to focus on like animating all of our, you know, monuments and dungeon maps, but it was kind of slow, didn't feel great. But as always, I'll leave it to you guys. If you guys have any ideas on how to make this thing any better, by all means leave it down below in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I'm sure there's lots of ways you can twist this thing up and get some value out of it, but let me know what you guys think. I do appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And before I get out of here, as always, huge shout out goes to the Marty Mob. I do appreciate the Marty Mob so very much. And I want to say thank you to their contribution to the channel, because these guys pay, you know, a monthly membership to be part of this channel's membership program. We call it the Marty Mob, and they help support the channel grow and allow me to do what I do. So I want to say a huge thank you and shout out to them at the end of every single video. And if you guys want to learn more about the Marty Mob, you can hit that join button down below or link in the description. But that'll do it for me today, guys. We'll see you back here on Monday for another video. Until then, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizz, you know Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.